My name is Elisa Watson. I am for a science and business, and I went to Dauphine, which is a business university in Paris, France. So originally I had to apply to the Faculty of Science to get accepted for the exchange. And since I was taking business courses in France, I had to sort of go through arts because they were the faculty who had the affiliation with Dauphine. So yeah, that's how that worked. For a few reasons. I guess the first was I wanted to sort of pick up more French, but I was not at the level where I was comfortable of taking courses in French. So Dauphine has an awesome exchange program where you can take a lot of your courses in English. So that's what I did. And I've always been interested in Europe and I guess France specifically, so that's why I went there. I took my business elective courses, so most of them were business themed, like business ethics, company culture, human resources. And then I took another course that was a French as a second language course, so it was about French media, and yeah, that was a really cool course. The teachers were all really nice people. Since the courses were directed towards exchange students, they were kind of more lenient towards us. So if you needed an extra day to hand in your paper, they were okay with giving you that, or extra help, they would definitely help. My marks came from one big presentation at the end and a final exam. So most of the classes were just discussions. And it was really cool because, for example, in my business ethics course, we had this big discussion about ethics, and you would get like a German perspective, a Swedish perspective, and just people from all over the world, and instead of just sort of the Waterloo perspective. So I thought that was a really neat experience. It was really fun. There was a club there, and they were just there to help out the exchange students. So for example, they helped us set up our bank accounts. They ran an orientation session. Every Thursday they would hold certain activities for us, so we would all go and participate there. They also organized a trip to Mont Saint-Michel, which is a really cool area in the northern France. They also did this baking tutorial for us, which was kind of neat. The biggest difference for me was the public transit. It was awesome. The Parisian metro, which is their subway system, is amazing. You can get everywhere in Paris, and you would be less than a 5-minute walk away from your final destination. You could also get to the airport super easy, and yeah, so that was really good. Also the food. The food in France is amazing. The food in Europe is amazing too, so I definitely miss the food. And just their whole lifestyle is really, really neat. They're more relaxed, I guess. Their stores close every lunch for 1 or 2 hours, and on Sundays their stores close, so they're definitely a lot more relaxed in the working aspect, and I think they work like 30 or 35-hour weeks, so that's pretty cool. Yes, I had one negative experience while I was there, which is pretty good. I went to the bank to try to set up my bank account, and the man at the desk was not the most forgiving with my French, and I didn't have enough French to really know the vocabulary to set up my account, so he was mocking me in front of people, but other than that, I guess you learn how to deal with the language barrier in circumstances like that, but I ended up setting up my bank account fine, so it worked out in the end. Yeah. I guess my first day of school was kind of really cool. I was so nervous going to school, but then once you get there, it was really easy to meet people because everyone's in the same circumstance as you, so everyone's willing to introduce themselves, and just even going to classes every day and seeing everyone you know and just talking about how much fun you had on the weekend, that was really great. So yeah, it was very comparable to what I pay in Waterloo. My rent, I was really lucky. I got into a Cruz residence, so it's like a government-funded student residence, and I paid just under $500 a month for rent. Plus I had to get groceries, but I had my own kitchen, so I was able to cook for myself. And groceries were slightly more expensive, but nothing too dramatically different than here in Waterloo. You had to pay for the public transit. If you were there for a year, you could get a special student discount. In Europe, they have amazing student discounts, so with your student card, you could get into museums for free, you could ride the public transit at a discounted rate, and a lot of stuff like that, so that was really great. French cuisine is amazing. A few things that I've tried, I tried frog's legs, and they're a little intimidating at first. I mean, they come out, they're served to you, and they actually look like frog's legs. But once you try them, they're amazing, and they taste really good. Escargot is pretty good. I definitely prefer frog's legs, but escargot is very good. Their pastries are phenomenal. I would go every morning to the bakery and buy a pastry, and that would be my breakfast. So that was really great. Their food is just, you can't describe how amazing it is. You just have to try it yourself. Yeah, it's impacted me tremendously. When people ask me how my exchange was, I definitely can't put into words just how amazing it was. As a person, I've grown a lot. I'm not afraid to try new things, and I'm not afraid to try new things and approach people that I was maybe too shy to at first. Stuff like that. I also definitely have the travel bug. I have a list at home that's 5 pages of just places I want to go visit. The people you meet really, really cool people, and it's unfortunate that you're so far away, but I guess it gives you opportunities to visit them in the future and travel and see different cultures. So, yeah. I would definitely go back to Paris. When I was in Paris, I fell in love with the city. I guess staying there for 4 months, you kind of get to know the hidden treasures of Paris, and you appreciate everything in the city more than if you were just there on holidays. I would love to practice my French again. I haven't really spoke French since I've been home. And just the whole culture and the whole experience in Paris is wonderful. So I'd go there again, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely get on the plane. I know when I was sitting at the airport getting ready to board the plane, I almost walked out. I almost went home. But if I hadn't have got on the plane, I wouldn't have had the awesome experience that I did. And I know the application process with your visa and getting your courses accepted is really challenging and sometimes discouraging if it doesn't go right, but you'll come back from the whole thing and say, wow, I'm really glad that, that I've done it. And also just take advantage of your situation. I mean, you're in a new country. You can meet all the people you can, do all the different cultural activities you can, travel as much as you can. And I guess lastly, if you can go for a year, I would highly suggest it. I only went for 4 months, and that was not enough time to experience everything. But unfortunately, my schedule only permitted 4 months, so.